Hi everyone, I'd like to announce that there's a new online community that you can join if you're interested in the raw vegan, fruitarian lifestyle. And it's, I'll put the link below, but it's school.com/lovefruit. School.com/lovefruit. School is spelled with a K, SKOOL.com/lovefruit. And that's a forum that I've created. There's close to 500 members already, and it's a place to, I suppose, discuss aspects around this diet and lifestyle, get advice from people, meet other people, and all that sort of stuff. You can share pretty much whatever you like in there. I don't think we've got many rules as of yet. Some people have been thrown out because they're obviously just people in there who are, trying to sell various opportunities or whatever. But it's a new community. I'll put the link below, but it's school.com/lovefruit. And I want to share with you a little bit about maybe the vision going forward with this and everything else. My impression about the fruit-based raw lifestyle, which I personally see as what should be the normal human diet. This is the food that when you put it in your body feels normal. Your body is the most normal it can be. I had a friend that used to say the raw food diet was the most conservative diet. It's funny because there's a lot of people who are sort of conservative in some of their attitudes, conserving the traditions, conserving the past, and some of these people will be, smoking cigars or drinking, I don't know, whiskey or eating steaks and stuff like that. And none of that is anything in relation to the human tradition of diet. Like, this is all very modern things. Steak, very modern thing. Something that people, even meat eating in general, has been something that people have really started to do the last 100 years or so. It just wasn't. People don't understand this. People just did not have the wealth, the money, the resources to eat animals every day. You couldn't store it you couldn't store. You couldn't kill an animal and then what are you going to do with it? You have to eat the whole thing. Like, you can't. How long is that going to last? So this idea that eating meat has been this big part of the human diet for a long time is a silly idea. And of course, cooked food can't have been a part of the human diet until we started to cook food. Until we started to regularly have fire, regularly learn how to use it, regularly grow the foods that people eat today as cooked food, figure out how to, and a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been regularly happening until somewhere around the agricultural revolution, most likely. People really want to believe the cooked food thing is a much older phenomena and that cooked foods influenced our evolution and changed us. It's not the case. It's quite frankly not the case, quite obviously not the case. The human body, when compared with other animals, is a frugivorous primate. That's it. If you were to take the inside of our body and aspects of the outside of our body and analyze it against other similar animals, you would put us in the class of frugivorous primate. It's really, really simple. Now, that you might not want that to be the case, because if you're someone that values healthy life, healthy living, then you have to concede that's the only healthy diet now. You have to concede that. There is no sort of other way of looking at this. We have to eat the diet that our body is adapted to. Now, we can use cooking to make other things edible. We can use seasoning to make it have flavour. We can do these things to trick ourselves, but we're still tricking ourselves. At every meal, we're just tricking ourselves. It's just a trick. if that makes any sense. So, the way I look at it, quite easily, quite simple, quite normal. Human body, frugivorous primate, whatever we want to think, whatever we've been brought up to believe about ourselves. People still say hunter-gatherer, hunter-gatherer, hunter-gatherer. Makes no sense apart from very small tribal communities living in very harsh environments. It doesn't make sense for the majority of human history. Hunter-gatherer. Gatherers, maybe there's a little hunting going on, maybe. Once in a while, maybe a little bit. But gatherers, generally, is the better way of looking at it. So, and why are we gatherers? Why are we gathering? Why do we have the instinct to go out and search for food, gather it? Why do we have the ability to memorize in quite detail the locations where food is provided to us? It's all to do with being a primate, being a frugivorous primate. But that's something we're not taught growing up. I'm quite interested in the sort of basic truths of life that we're not yet, as a human species, we don't have the manual together of like, here's the truth about what you are. Page 1, you're a frugivorous primate. That's it. Healthiest diet for you is diet of fruit. You can add in some vegetables, nuts, seeds, whatever. There's a few other things you can add in. There won't be too much of a detriment, but mainly fruit's the way forward. And all these other foods are kind of lesser, and some of these cause major disease. So here's your options, food-wise. So that should be like sort of first page, getting to know yourself, what you are. But we don't have that. We don't have that manual. So people are in a complete state of confusion. The current diet doesn't work, or it does work to lead to a world of major disease. Disease is common, is normal, totally normal for people to have developed massive chronic disease throughout their life. Very normal. People to be medicated, very normal. People to have mental health issues, very normal. People to have gut issues, almost 100% of people. People to have just the general sense of lack of actual satisfaction in their diet, in what they're eating. People to be overweight is completely normal today. So all of these things point towards a major problem in the food that we eat. So the raw food diet is, for me, the way forward, the way we should move forward, and it is a solution to so many problems. Not just health issues, which many of our modern health issues are diet related. Not all of them, but a lot of them are diet related, and many people will find if they simply change their diet, they will find that their health issues will disappear, sometimes overnight, just by changing their diet and nothing else, because a number of health issues are entirely related to diet. So this raw vegan community, I think I like the word fruitarian or frugivore better, fruitarian community, whatever, has a lot of online stuff. And this online community is another community. And really, my story is, when I got interested in the raw vegan diet, I didn't really have anything around me in my city. There was no raw food restaurant. There was no raw food classes. There was no raw food group. There had been one that just finished, but there wasn't one when I sort of got started. And there was nothing really for me to get involved with locally as far as I could see. That led me to go online, although I was naturally more likely to go online anyway. And I eventually found YouTubers, mainly, people posting on YouTube, and I found the website 30 Bananas a Day. And it was an online forum which was at the time very popular, very effective. Many people got more information on it and learned on it, and a lot of the people, or at least some of the people that are sort of looked up to in this community, were part of that website. We're posted on the website, we're on the website, and we'll remember it. And it was run by Harley and Freely, and it was run quite strictly. They would throw people off all the time for not much, but regardless, it was a good website. It really played a critical role in the promotion and creation of some of these Fruit Festival events. UK Fruit Fest was never really on it, basically at all, but Woodstock Fruit Festival, a large part of that was to do with 30 bananas a day. Because Michael Arnstein even found Yulia on 30 bananas a day, who was the festival director. So the Woodstock Fruit Festival, probably a lot of the people that end up going to Woodstock Fruit Festival were on 30 bananas a day. I would say that's probably quite correct to say that. So, so that website was very effective, and it's not very active anymore. I don't think. I think it got changed. It's not really been active. They didn't maintain it. They didn't keep it going anyway. I think it's probably still around in some version or another. But it kind of didn't last. Anyway, for me, having ran the UK Fruit Fest, my direction forward now for a lot of what I'm doing is I've experienced that feeling of community and connection and people eating fruit together at these events. And for me, this is really like my tribe in a sense, or one of my tribes. The raw vegan people, the fruitarian people. One of my tribes, one of my major tribes of my life. But my problem is that I've developed all these connections and friendships with people all over the world, and I don't get to see them very much. And even with the UK Fruit Fest, people all over the UK, don't really get to see them very much. So my direction forward is actually to do more things where I live, in Glasgow, in terms of live and in-person events, which I'd like to do more here, and in order to sort of facilitate all that, I'm going to start off with the online community. But this school thing also lets me do a few things. It allows me to create a paid group for people that want to be part of a paid group. It allows me to sell courses on it if we want to, or whatever. It allows us to put the UK Fruit Fest content up on it for the people that have been at the events. It was quite a handy tool. But for the moment, there's a free community. It might not always be free, but there's a free community to join right now. school.com/lovefruit. I've kind of tried as well to be a bit more of a coordinator, I guess, organizer, bringing other things together, bringing other people together, connecting other people. And I've kind of enjoyed that role to some degree, but I don't know if there's much I can do with it going forward. And there's a lot of things I was doing, the Fruity Fridays, which we've not done in a little while, the festival, different things, online events, where I was, and the podcast, bringing people together, trying to bring some level of awareness to people, that doing podcasts with people, and sort of helping a lot of other people promote themselves and promote their stuff. And with UK Fruit Fest provides a great opportunity for people to come along and promote themselves and their events and their different things. But I'm not really in the position where I can continually support everyone else. So going forward, I'll probably be focusing more on myself, to be blunt, and on people who want to learn from me and want to get more, advice from me. And also, I'm really concerned about the direction of this movement. When more and more people are talking about parasites and daily green boost and supplements and all this nonsense stuff, dry fasting, and all this. I'm really concerned about that when there's a massive opportunity of reaching out to the average person who is often overweight, doesn't have much energy, doesn't feel good, doesn't look good, has bad skin, blah, blah, all these things that we can help people with just by getting them to eat more fruit. It's not like even changing everything about it, but just by supporting people to make some changes in the right direction. Instead of doing that, people are getting hyper focused about breatharianism and dry fasting and all these kind of basically eating disorder behaviors and parasites and all this stuff. Another eating disorder behavior when people are starting to talk about parasites and toxins, all eating disorder stuff. So I don't want the train to keep going down in that direction and pulling people along, throwing them off the cliff. I'm trying to direct the train back to positive, healthy living, abundance, that your diet is a foundation of a healthy life and a good life in general. It's not something to hyper focus on and turn into yourself and become a zombie skeleton somewhere hiding away, pretending that you are juice fasting or cleansing and trying to get rid of the parasites. That's psychosis. Like, that's mental health issue. So I'm trying to take the train in the right direction anyway, or I'm trying to take my people in the right direction. So join me on the group. I'll be getting more active on it. We'll be doing more Zoom calls, live things online, and gradually I'll be doing more in-person stuff. It will be here in Glasgow, and maybe we'll do the odd retreat or something somewhere else. But these are all things to happen in the future. But that's my main sort of thing, and I'll be focusing more on the things really that will allow me to sustain this, which is coaching, membership groups, maybe courses. And I don't really want to go down that route. It's not really something I was greatly wanting to do. But it's kind of like the smart thing to do. And in terms of being able to do everything else in a good way, it will be the best way to do things moving forward. So that's kind of the way this goes forward and the way I go forward, really. But if you're in Glasgow, then it's good news for you, or nearby, or willing to travel, because there will be more stuff hopefully here. That's the main thing. But thank you very much for watching. Join the online community. Send me messages below if you want to have questions. I'll get more active with my videos. Thank you very much for watching.